Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Misscliks D&D Seaborn. You guys sail through the evening by the moonlight and starlight and find your way to the southern coast of the island. Maribel is asleep, cuddled with good old Bird.
Well,
of killing
how long would that strive be? The journey?
In your fast little magical ship, you could probably do it in 5 hours, so it's like the middle of night now.
Okay, I encourage the rest of the crew to go to sleep then. And then we can wake up and get at it.
Okay. So, you arrive. Jen and Maribel, I shouldn't say Jen and Maribel, Dark Albert and Maribel know the way.
It's okay. I'll lead you guys. I walk them that way.
Okay, so this is after a day then?
No, this is later that night.
Yeah, we're in the nighttime.
Maribel's still asleep, cuddled with Bird.
Oh, I was suggesting that I kind of do the skeleton crew and then have the rest of you guys go to sleep and we can reconvene.
Okay. You guys just want to wait till morning then?
What do you mean to the skeleton crew? Don't you already have your undead army?
I mean, you guys can rest while we journey there. If you needed spells or whatever.
I'm good.
Well, you probably need to sleep anyways. Just sleep.
I thought we were gonna do... I thought we were going, like, right now.
It'll take us 5 hours to get there, so you might as well catch some sleep.
What
Or
time is it?
meditation, or whatever it is elves do.
You're acting all fishy. I don't like this. We're in the same team, you know?
There's no fishiness. Otherwise, I will have to wait 8 hours for you to sleep.
I don't need any sleep. I'm way too excited about this whole Barthus thing. Alright.
Okay, well then enjoy watching nothing happen for 5 hours.
Alright, I will just go do my own thing in my little corner.
Okay, well then we land and then we can just get off immediately.
5 hours later, do you guys wake Maribel? Or do
No.
you let her sleep through your nefarious plans?
She
I
can
go
sleep.
ahead and wake Maribel. Wait, I'm here with them, correct?
Everyone's together.
Okay, I go ahead and wake Maribel because she's always been my right-hand girl. So I wake her up to make sure she's included in everything going on.
Did you talk to the dragon?
Ryan speaks up. No, not yet, but I think that's what they're gonna do. Is it okay if I stay on the boat? I really don't feel like talking to a dragon.
How
You are a
about...
smart person. Talking to a dragon is a stupid thing to do, for he will trick you and make you serve him.
Ryan, how
Do not
about...
worry. You will not have to talk to the dragon. Merely walk with us to outside his cave.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna tell you. I don't think we're good. Like, you and I are probably not gonna go in. We're just gonna stay outside.
For what reason do you need an escort to the mouth of the cave?
There could be gorillas attacking them.
Why
I'd
did
like
you not
to
think
know
of
what
this?
happens. I'm a curious little being.
If you need protection, then you should not go.
We're going to the cave whether you like it or not, Maribel. If you don't want to follow, it's your decision.
I do not wish to battle the dragon, I wish to battle Barthus, and as such, I would like to lay plans to battle Barthus.
We will not battle the dragon. However, Barthus might be outside the cave. In which case, we will need you there to battle Barthus.
Why would Barthus be outside the cave if he is in Pinespur?
Wizards have ways of transportation.
If there is a chance that Barthus will be there and I may vanquish him then and there, fine. But we are not talking to the dragon.
You shall not talk to the dragon.
Fine.
Okay.
Come along, bird.
Bird wakes up, hops on your shoulder, and is content to be carried along.
Okay, we dismantle the ship too.
All right. You turn the ship back into a box. Do you carry the box with you?
Yes.
Okay. You make your way to the entrance of the cave.
I will when the cave is in sight, or even I tell Albert before we're even close to the cave, you should keep a very careful eye of anything that could be magical.
Sounds good. Neil, I will only cast Detect Magic once I see the entrance of the cave.
Okay. It is a half-hour hike through the jungle to the mouth of the cave. But
All
soon
right,
enough,
5 minutes before we, when I tell them to tell me when we're almost there, which is presumably 5 minutes before,
yeah.
And then I cast Unfailing Premonition.
And what is the thing that you are thinking about doing with this spell?
Oh, I am going to go into the cave. I am going to yell at the dragon that he is. I'm going to yell at the dragon to do some communications, and then I will cast Rapport on the dragon.
All right, so you want to talk to the dragon with the Rapport spell and tell him what?
I will share with him my dreams. But first, before that, I will, before we go into the cavern with the dragon, shout at him from a safe distance.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
So the plan is to, one, warn the dragon that a wizard is trying to take over his body from the cavern, from inside the cave, but not the actual dragon cave. And then step 2 is if peaceful relations have been established, I will cast Rapport on him and share my memories of a wizard taking over the dragon.
So Unfailing Premonitions will work on one or the other, but not both. So pick one.
Let's see. I think, no, it lasts for 15 minutes. So it does it for anything I do.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, poor V is not feeling good, guys. So, shall we continue on and
Yeah.
see if he comes back?
We'll continue on for now.
Captain Trellis is deep in thought.
All right. You get the premonition that walking into the cave is not dangerous in and of itself. That's fine. And we'll just take each action as you go. So,
Great. We approach the cave. Is there any magic at this cave, Albert?
I cast Detect Magic on the entrance of the cave.
no, the entrance of the cave isn't magical, but you are getting like a very faint magic aura from the mountain. Like a really, really faint magical aura from the mountain. It's a little confusing.
Like the whole mountain?
Yeah, well, just like the area that you can see in front of you. That is within the range of the spell. But there seems to be some sort of spell placed on the mountain, or some sort of magical aura emanating from the mountain itself.
Are we already in this aura?
It's just the mountain. If you're standing on the mountain, then yes. If you're, like, it doesn't surround the outside of the mountain, it just radiates from the mountain. Does that make sense?
Can you try to tell me if I recognize the type of magic? 10% chance per level.
No, you do not, unfortunately. Wait, what wizard level are you?
Let me check.
You're not 6 yet.
No.
Okay, no.
4.
No.
Okay. So there seems to be something on the mountain, but I can't tell you what. It's not strong magic, but it could really be anything. It could be something that warns Barthus. If someone enters the cave, it could be an aura of control over the dragon, but it's not strong, so it shouldn't be that menacing.
Okay. Do you know the layout of going to Barthas? I'm kind of just asking for where can where can the dragon hear me from when we enter this cave?
Could I draw this on the ground, Neil, with like a branch and
Yeah,
send
you could. You remember the layout well enough, I think.
Yeah. I think I should. Like, I have good intelligence and I have like a bunch of navigational skills. Like, navigation.
I don't think the navigation applies again, Jen.
Direction sense, navigation.
Those don't apply in remembering the layout of a cave. But you can remember the layout well enough. The one thing you don't know is how good a dragon's hearing is. But you could draw the layout of the cave pretty well.
Okay, I'm drawing it.
Okay. Do I get the sense that... Okay, well then...
If it was a normal human, there would be no real way they could hear you outside of the cave, you think?
But inside the cave...
It's pretty... I mean, it's an echoey chamber. Someone that's patiently paying attention once you're maybe 20 or 30 feet in the cave might be able to hear you.
Great. I think dragons are amazing and have excellent senses. So I will state to the party, there is no danger in walking into the cave. And then I walk into the cave.
You enter the cave. And the party follows.
Ryan, if you
not
want to
follow
stay
if you want.
outside this cave, I don't have any opposition to it.
I follow into the cave, but at a little bit of a distance.
Okay.
All right, once I enter the cave, I just start shouting as the cave echoes. Brimstone, I have news for you.
Who disturbs my slumber?
It is I, Temriel, servant of Tempos, and I come with a dire warning. Have you heard of one Barthas who is attempting to control your mind and body?
Touch nothing but the lamp.
Barthas, I am familiar with the mortal.
He has acquired a powerful ring artifact where if he should enter the same room as you and point at you, he will take control of your body.
Step closer, minion of Tempos.
I do not step closer, I stay back.
If you would be willing, I would cast a spell called Rapport, and I will share with you my premonition of this event.
Come closer.
Okay, I am now walking into the dragon's lair.
All right. Does anyone follow Temriel?
Nope.
Nope.
I am at a distance, probably next to Maribel right now.
I very firmly plant my hoof and refuse, arms
Do
full.
not worry, I tell the party. I have been assured by Tempos that such a journey is safe.
Dark Albert, how close do you get?
Oh, I'm not getting closer.
And just for the record, Bird is still chilling on your shoulder outside the cave.
Yep.
All right. You enter in. It is pitch black in here. Temriel. Every now and then there's a snort of little flames coming out of this dragon's nose that illuminate the room, but after that, it gets dark again real quickly.
Brimstone, as I am concerned for the good of the world, I am wary of a wizard such as Barthas controlling your power, so I would do all I could to stop that. Let me share with you my memories so that you can protect yourself.
You do not smell like a man.
That is correct. I have been alive for thousands of years. I am...
Show yourself to me.
What, you cannot see? I am right here.
Take off the hood.
I take off the hood.
He belches a gout of flame. You guys in the back of it can feel the warmth kind of washing over you and see the
I
light,
step back a little bit.
showing large shadows dancing across the tunnel. You are illuminated, and you hear coming from the dragon moments later.
How long have you walked these earth?
Well, I have been resting for some time, but I will soon be celebrating my 1,531st birth year.
You are almost as old as I am.
Yes, and since that time, I have been sworn to, since about 1,511 years ago, I've been sworn to protect this land. And this now leads me to making sure that you, as mighty as you are protected and do not fall for a certain mortal's trickery.
Share with me this spell.
Okay, I cast Rapport on Brimstone.
All right, now do you want to read out for our viewers here what Rapport does?
Sure. Let's see. Rapport.
This is the spell that the pre-PC Temriel cast on
Trellis.
Thank you.
The Rapport spell allows the priest to communicate silently and instantly with a single willing subject. They may share thoughts that aren't just thoughts, but including emotions and memories. They can quickly share such personal concepts as plans, hopes, and fears. Communication is approximately 15 times faster than verbal communication.
But he doesn't know everything that you think.
No, just the things I share.
Right.
Okay. So you cast Rapport on the dragon, and you two form a telepathic link, and you are able to share with him your thoughts, your memories, your emotions, your visions, anything you'd like from your mind.
Yes. First, I share the first vision, and I'll kind of use this as a recap, if that is okay.
Please do.
So, I share the first vision that I received. A brown-robed man stands before a great mountain. He enters through a tunnel, which I now recognize as the tunnel I walked through.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Moments pass, the mountain begins to shake. Rocks tumble down the sides. Molten lava pours from the peak. Out from the tunnel comes a black billowing mist with crimson eyes. The mist takes the form of a great worm before the vision fades. Blackness. Slowly, light begins to fill the cave chamber. A brown-robed man holds aloft a shimmering staff. As it shines, light glitters off a hoard of treasure. Craning its long neck from beyond the treasure comes a red dragon. It belches small gouts of flame. The brown-robed man stands still. They speak but cannot be heard. The man stretches out his right hand and rolls a golden ring about his finger. The dragon begins to thrash and writhe. The chamber begins to crumble as a brown-robed man shouts inaudible words. There's a moment of peace as the two make eye contact. Their breathing sinks, their blinking sinks, they both collapse. When he rises, there is terror and confusion in the brown-robed man's eyes. The dragon reaches out a claw and squashes him dead before vanishing into the darkness as the light from the staff goes out. Moments pass, bright light streams in from cracks in the walls. Magma flows into the chamber, gobbling up the treasure.
You get a sensation of horrendous anger and resentment and rage from the dragon. It washes over you like no emotion has in the last 1,500 years, and he belches out a tremendous gout of flame. Those of you that are standing outside, you start to feel this rumble in the ground and start to feel the heat wash over you. Manage to step to the side in time before the flames kind of belch out and just kind of tickle the outside air.
I shield Bird.
Bird is shielded.
And that is the message I, a faithful servant of Tempos, wishes to share with you, mighty.
I will eat him when he comes. Gobble him up to my own meal. Thank you, priest. You have done me a great service. What do you desire for your reward?
Surprise!
Thought about this before.
I was but serving the rum. As long as you destroy that wizard, all will be good.
What? Do we hear this from outside?
We
You
hear
probably
this
heard the
from
offer.
inside.
The dragon's voice definitely echoes out, so you can hear everything the dragon says. I don't think you can hear anything Temriel says.
What about people in the cave?
You weren't in the cave. No one was in the cave. Everyone was out the
Okay.
cave.
Okay.
All right, Temriel.
But thank you for your generous offer. We will also attempt to slay the wizard.
Go now.
If you have anything that would help us slay the wizard, we would be able to save you some time.
No. If he cannot get past you, he is not a worthy morsel.
Okay. I take my leave.
Okay. A few minutes later, Temriel comes walking out. You can hear him more than see him in the darkness. And soon he is outside. You can hear the bony feet of his bony feet clacking against the rocks as he exits.
Well, I have some good news as I arrive to my party members. If we do nothing, we should be good.
Do nothing.
Dragon has been let known of Barthas's treachery, and when Barthas walks into the room, he will be eaten immediately.
What did you ask as your reward?
Dragons are not ones to be trusted for offering rewards, Maribel.
You didn't ask even for the safety of the people?
Well, those people are all serving the dragon, so they are naturally protected already.
He would never offer such a reward. Don't be crazy, Maribel. He never offered us anything.
You could at least ask.
I did ask for anything that could help fight against Barthas, and even he was unwilling to do anything related to that. His natural enemy. So such a dragon cannot be trusted.
What
I
if
just
we
kind of like huff and snort unhappily.
I believe that we should let the events unfold and maybe even fake our own death to let it unfold peacefully.
I do not think we should fake our own death. I think the people will follow us and we should leverage this opportunity to show them who their true leaders are.
I think that if we let a few carcasses here at the entrance of the cave, Barthas will go as planned into the heart of the cave and will get killed by the dragon. If he senses any different possible outcome, he will be on guard.
I think that means the only thing we have to do is slay Mayor Donald the Trumpet, and then Barthas will unwittingly walk to his demise.
I can agree with this.
He will notice that Donald Trumpet is gone and will hear about us being back. The only thing that can make him think that there is no menace, meaning us, is that we fake our own death, putting random corpses at the entrance of the cave. With maybe some relics of us for added flavor.
That is not a bad plan.
I do not see why we cannot be honest with the people. I do not understand all this trickery.
Because
will know.
Barthas will be able to read their minds and know that we have performed trickery ourselves.
Fine. Whatever you say. I am to be robbed of slaying Barthas, and I am to be robbed of my people. I hope this will work for your sakes.
Corpses it is!
So, what do you do?
Well, the three of us are easy enough. How do we come up with a convincing-looking Minotaur corpse?
Maybe she got eaten. As long as, I mean, if we have something that resembles a bird's corpse, I'm sure people will think that the Minotaur is dead too. If you know what I mean.
She will have none of that.
I assume they do not mean actual bird.
Resembles. If you know what I mean.
You can cast some fiery spells, yes, Albert?
Yes.
Well, then that will resemble the dragon burning the corpses. So all we have to do is leave some of our belongings singed with your fire, and then wait 1 week, and then Barthas will be no more.
Maybe a couple bones.
What if he leaves before you do all this?
What if he what?
What if he's not around? What if somehow he escapes this and you've ruined a whole town?
Well then, do you have any spells that can monitor a location, Albert?
I mean, we can monitor the location. We can hide out in the woods. They will never find us. They're gonna see dead bodies.
Well, that's the danger of hiding, that we are found out. For if we are found out, then the entire plan is ruined. Couldn't you be invisible and make sure?
I do not have that spell.
Well, I have good fortune for you then, for I can turn ethereal, and I can monitor.
Ah, well, that resolves it. How about we take hiding a little bit further away? In the jungle or the forest or whatever.
Okay, but we must make sure to do that from a very safe distance. We have a spyglass, right?
Yep,
Well, then we can keep view from a very long distance.
that's true. I take out my spyglass, my very long spyglass.
Well then, are you all okay with the plan to wait 1 week and then watch the events unfurl from afar?
I am
Yes,
all
and during that week, I shall be talking to the people and making sure that they are on our side.
No, we're supposed to be dead tonight.
Well,
Fine.
just think, Maribel, you will have 1 entire week to bond with whichever people you may like here.
We
I thought you
find
said I was
all
dead.
4 of us.
What?
You can bond with Bird. It's great news. So, do we have some corpses we can use?
We've got my 4 skeletons.
Yeah, can we just put those there for a while? You don't even have to dispel them, really.
But they are alive.
Oh.
Oh,
Can we
when they
play
smash,
dead?
they don't turn into bones, they just disappear, right?
I don't recall what I said last time. I think they just smash into bones but can't be
Yeah.
raised.
Okay.
So you could kill your 4 skeletons.
Yeah, with fire.
Yeah.
All right.
And put some tatters that resemble our clothes on them.
Sure. You can bring them off the ship, march them right up here, crush them right now, add some tattered clothes, give them some singe marks. It'll take a few hours to do, but there's nothing stopping you from doing it.
Great. We'll do 3 of them, and we will attempt to catch a bird, which is not bird.
Okay. Does anyone have any missile weapons that would be good for hunting birds? Bows? Magic missiles? Any good bird hunting?
I have
I
spears,
have a
but
short bow.
yeah. I have spears, but I'm being surly about this plan and don't want to kill any birds, so I don't offer them.
I will do it with pleasure.
All right, you said you have a short bow, Albert?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you've got all night, and I guess you can't really hunt birds at night, but you can, in the morning, you can...
Can I not hunt them at night, even with my elf vision?
There's just not as many birds flying about. You know, they're all like cozying up in their little birdie nests, chilling.
Okay.
But come morning time, you can hunt a couple of birds easy
Yeah,
peasy.
sure.
Sure.
And then I'll burn its corpse and place it right next to the biggest corpse that may look like Maribel's corpse.
Okay. You now have 3 corpses and a bird. All dead,
Yeah.
all bona fide.
Yep, we are not attempting to emulate Maribel's corpse because I think that would be impossible and obvious.
Okay.
So,
Sounds good.
now what?
Let's go
Just
hide.
what are you guys gonna do for the next week?
Well, let's have some uneventful adventures in Weatherlight. That's a town nearby, yes?
That is. So you're just gonna go chill in Weatherlight for the next week and come back and hope Barthas is dead?
Well, we
if
want
we
to be here the day of the ceremony.
Yeah, we want to look from afar with our spyglass for entertainment value.
To make sure the job is done.
Okay. So,
We should come up with a contingency plan in case the dragon fails to kill Barthas.
I mean, we will know the outcome. If the cave crumbles, means we failed. The
But
cave.
then that will mean that Barthas is a dragon, and that is not good for any of us.
Well, then we'll have a new adventure.
Yeah, I feel content enough with this. I trust the abilities of a dragon.
Me too.
okay. So, you guys go to Weatherlight and just hang out in town for a week. Just keep it
Yeah.
low profile and chillin'.
Trying to learn a new.
Just before we do this, this is called a very interesting plan. If any of you want to speak out against it, this would be the time. Because I am willing to let this play out.
Yeah, me too.
Maribel has already spoken out against it, as she will.
Okay, we're
All right.
going to wait in Weatherlight for a week.
Okay.
I kind of step back from the group as I've been observing, and I looked at Tamriel and I'm like, if this guy is supposed to be so smart, are you sure this is going to fool him?
Well, the villagers will have noticed the corpses, I'm sure, since they are the ones preparing, and then they will not have noticed us for an entire week.
But who would have killed us?
The
Barthas.
dragon.
Wouldn't our bones be gone if a dragon had eaten us?
Burned.
Oh, burned. Okay. I don't know. I question this plan. I'll go along with it, but just be prepared. Like, what's going to happen if he doesn't buy this?
You know, you're right. The fact that there are skeletons is even worse for us because we would be eaten. So let's leave no skeletons.
So,
Then how are they going to know we're dead?
It wouldn't make sense for us to die outside the cave.
Well, what about you tell Brimstone to tell the villagers somehow that he ate us?
I don't think the villagers actually communicate with Brimstone.
I could go back and tell them that he ate you. But I won't, because I won't lie to the villagers like you will.
That would also be against the plan since you're supposed to be dead.
And also, Tamriel doesn't lie to anyone.
I'm all good with lying. For the good of our
We will simply disappear.
Don't you think that Barthas will suspect something has happened?
He couldn't possibly suspect that I have been getting visions and that we tipped off the dragon. Since we were always against the... What has your stance been for the dragon since you have talked to Barthas in the past?
I tried to ally with him, and he declined the invitation to ally.
Barthas has never done anything hostile towards your group, so he would have no reason to suspect all of you. In addition, he has been singing praises of you all.
Because he thought we were dead, and it would gain the trust of the village. He used our fake deaths to his advantage.
So he would be watching out for us, but not the dragon necessarily.
That's true.
Great, I have no problem with this plan then. Although we will not be leaving any corpses because that would make no sense.
Okay, I got a second idea. How about we go back to the village and get them to put us in prison? That way we seem controlled.
No.
We could say we were trying to interrupt the ceremony. That way he thinks that the ceremony is the thing he should do.
Well, if you wanted to be very elaborate then, I could communicate with Brimstone that when we get fed to Brimstone, that he fake eats us, and then we will really be believed to be dead. We will speak out against Brimstone. The villagers will tie us up and then feed us to Brimstone, but we will not actually be fed. That is a foolproof story.
I'm all for this.
Excellent. I will go inform Brimstone of our plan.
Okay, you head back in. Brimstone is in the cave, as before. He hears you coming and says,
Long dead priest, why have you returned?
In order to complete our charade, Brimstone, we will require Barthas to not have any knowledge of what has transpired. Since the village has seen us, Barthas could grow wary. Therefore, we propose that we will have the village feed us to you. They will bring us to your cave, but you will not eat us. We will escape during the night and be presumed dead. And then Barthas will unwittingly enter your cave, and then you will crush him.
You would deprive me of a meal.
We are feeding you a very powerful wizard. Count this as the favor I ask of you.
So be it. Go now and get yourselves fed.
Okay.
okay. You exit. You are back outside with everyone else. The plan is to go get you fed to Barthas.
To dragon.
Right, to the Brimstone. Sorry, Brimstone, Barthas, Dragon, whatever. All you gotta do is hop back on your boat, pick up Ryan, and head back to town.
Great. We will bury our boat like good pirates.
Where will you bury your boat? That's important. Let's take a look at this map here.
This is how people find random treasure buried somewhere. Well, you guys know the lay of the land better than I. Where do you propose we bury our loot?
Underneath my old house.
I think that would be a little obvious. We should not bury it in town. How about this Mount Gull area?
Sure.
Okay. So, you sail over towards Mount Gull. It is morning now, maybe 8 or 9 o'clock. When you transform your boat back into a box, you recognize this area as that place where that shipwreck is. It's still here, now it's a little bit more buried in sand. It's where you fought that crabman once long, long ago. There's that steep embankment that you guys kind of tumbled down and battled the crabman back at. And you make your way towards Mount Gull. It's not too terribly far, just a few miles. And so, an hour and so later, you find yourself on the footsteps of Mount Gull. Far up the mountain, and to your right a little ways, to the east a little bit, is that tunnel that travels through the other side, whereupon you saw the kobold ceremony once long, long ago. And to the south of you is the baboon jungle corridor valley area that you swore to the baboons you would never tromp through again. But here you are, at the base of Mount Gull. Where would you like to bury your chest? And how will you ensure that you can find it again once you have buried it?
Well, this seems straightforward enough. We bury it near a 20 paces west of a certain tree.
Are you sure you're going to be able to remember that tree? Do you need to make a map?
I have navigation, Neil.
Navigation is trailing where you are by the stars, Jen. It's fine.
I'm just kidding, Neil.
Something obvious to us, which is not obvious to anyone else. It should be easy.
Let's just make sure it's not far down enough that I can't find it with detect magic.
Okay.
Well, if it's covered in dirt by a foot, it'll not show.
No, I'll see it.
Plus, it'll be in a boat chest.
Let's see, 1 foot of stone or a yard of wood. So I would say dirt is equivalent to wood, so 3 feet or more shallow, and you'll be able to cast detect magic and find it.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, you bury your chest here.
I bury my mason shield,
Okay.
since I do not want to lose it. Would any of you, you can presume anything you have would be confiscated. So if you want to bury your magic, this would be the place.
I don't like this. I have a new idea on how we could fake our deaths. For real though, I think it could work. How about just a phantasmal illusion that all the villagers would see, in which we die and somehow disappear?
As the hole is 2 feet in and Albert starts yapping about something, No, we should follow this plan. So I know you have some magical knife. Perhaps you would want to bury it here so you do not lose it.
Yeah. Alright. I'll play
We
along.
will need to have the coral sword be confiscated since Sparthus knows about that one.
Maribel does not look pleased with this information. You are worried he will be able to find us using the coral sword?
No, it will be suspicious if we get captured and do not have that in the village.
I do not like the idea of fighting without it.
I'm sure you'll be just as capable with any other sword. Besides, we will get it afterwards.
I do not understand this plan, but as it seems to have been decided, I hand it over.
Okay. So you're bearing all your magical items.
Except the coral sword.
Except for the coral sword.
Wait, what? I thought that's why I gave it to you.
No, we need you to be captured with it. And then the village will have it after they feed us to the dragon.
Okay.
Try to stay with me, Maribel. This is a very fine
I am with
plan.
you right now, but I do not understand you.
When we get captured by the village, they will require all our items.
I am a warrior, not a liar, and I will fight as much as I need to do what is right, but I do not understand these cloaks and daggers and shadows in which we are now existing, and as such, I will do my best to support you, but I do not understand and cannot promise to understand.
Neil, I'll put my valuable belongings inside my own wizard locked chest.
And where do you put that chest?
I will put it 20 feet away from the initial chest because I don't want everyone to find everything at the same time.
Okay.
I'd be so...
And can all of your valuables fit in that small little chest?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can. Like, it's all small stuff. I'm a wizard. It's like money, crystal prism, ceramic vials with rare ales, temple paper stuff, magical boots, potion of healing. Like it's all pretty small, right? Like it's not...
Okay, I think you're gonna put your spell books in there too.
You would probably be
Would
captured
people
with your
remove
spellbook.
spellbooks from me? Like, do people get wizard spellbooks to like stop them from wizarding?
Yeah, I mean, if you're taking a wizard prisoner usually take their spell books, tie their hands, and gag them.
I can still cast spells without my spellbook, right? Like the
Yeah,
ones
as
I
long as they're
memorize?
still memorized.
I'll leave my spellbook in my...
Also, you have two, right? So you could just be captured with one of your spellbooks.
Yeah, I'll bring the shitty one.
Okay. Alright, all your valuables except for one of Jen's spellbooks and the coral sword are buried. Your normal armor and weapons you have on you, your gold, your clothes, all your non-magical things.
No,
now,
the most of our
That's
gold is in there.
Okay.
We'll carry some amount of gold.
Right. And now you make the trek from Mount Gold back to Volutin. It is not terribly
I
long.
still love the name of Volutin.
It's 3.5 miles, which through the jungle will take you like 3.5 hours. And soon enough, right around noon, you guys walk into Volutin. It is a hustling and bustling little town. Everyone is busy doing things. You see that by the light of day, there are more dragon banners than you had expected. And no one seems to mind you guys as you walk right into town. So, here you are.
Time to do your propaganda you so wanted to do, Maribel. Go ahead, tell them about how you hate Barthas and the dragon.
I'm
Yes.
allowed to tell them that?
There is no need for lying anymore, Maribel.
I'm glad you have come to your senses. This makes lots of sense and I commend you. I walk up to one of the villagers and I say, gather your friends. I, Maribel, have news. It concerns the whole town.
The whole town?
The whole town.
Right, yes, of course. He runs in and starts to ring the church bells. And the bells ring loudly.
This is good.
Okay. It takes a little while, but with the ringing of the bells and him running around and talking, pretty soon you have the entire town gathered before you, including Mayor Donalda Trumpet. Everyone begins to settle down, and it gets quiet. People are whispering to each other. What's she gonna say? What's going on? And you find that you are kind of ushered up onto the steps of the church.
Okay. Well, hold on one moment. So the 5 of us the 6 of us will walk up there. Would Ryan or Saffron like to do anything?
Yeah, they don't technically have to.
Right, they don't have to join us.
Yeah, they could actually keep guard of the magical valuables.
They could. We
Up to
can
them.
leave Saffron and Ryan in the wilderness.
What does Saffron want to do?
She kind of obeys your will at this point. She's hanging out with Ryan back at the treasure, I think. They don't want to get caught up in all this dragon feeding nonsense, so they hold back.
Great.
Okay. The town is silent. All eyes on Maribel.
My people of Valutin, you know me, Maribel, to be an honest leader, do you not?
Yes?
You do indeed. And have I ever led you astray? No.
No?
No, I have not.
Right, no. We're kind of near her.
You have been without my leadership for quite some time and without the protection of our noble adventuring crew. We are sorry to have left you, and I have come to tell you why. You were the victim of a kidnapping.
What?
And let that sink in for a second.
Kidnapping? Who? Where?
Kidnapping.
Us? No.
When the island was stolen, it was not a magical happenstance. It was a direct part of a plan by an evil man to try to take your freedom and your lives.
What? Who would do such a thing? No.
This man wants the power that is in this island, not only the power of Brimstone, the fire incarnate, but the power to rule over you and your lives, which you deserve to have freely. Do you not?
Who is this man?
You will not believe me when I tell you who it is, but I assure you, you must believe me. For I am Maribel, I have your best interests at heart, I always have. This man separated me from you, and I have fought across the plains, across the waters, and across the entire globe to be back here with you.
Bruno?
No, it was not Bruno. Rest his soul.
And his bongos.
And his bongos. Indeed, it was the wizard Barthas who tricked you and kidnapped you.
No, he's a good man. Barthas has brought us closer with Brimstone, the dragon, our lord.
And not just that, I say, as I lift up my hood. The dragon is evil. You should not trust the dragon. The dragon. You are all fools. You will all die at the hand of the dragon.
Mayor Trumpet points a finger at Temriel and goes, "Witchcraft! Sorcery! See what this beast is in leagues with? The undead, the most awful of the creatures. We must deal with them as we deal with all the others who say bad about Barthas. Burn them! Bring them to the dragon, let him burn them and feed upon them."
What has Mayor Donaldo Trumpet always done? Tried to use you for her own gain, and here she does it again. I think she is in league with Barthas. Little does she know that the magical cleric Temriel graces us with his very presence. She calls him witchcraft, and she knows nothing.
Yes, don't you believe in the wisdom of Tempos? Tempos calls upon us and says that this is evil. This is an abomination upon the land.
All right, Anna, make me a charisma check here.
What's interesting is that we might just go with Anna's plan somehow.
Yeah.
It works out. Like, hey, villagers.
It's just a d20 to see, or do I add my...
D20 plus your stat.
Okay. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Not so well. Mayor Donaldo Trumpet starts to rally the people around her. Look at these These foreigners now! Hell, Maribel was never even one of us to begin with. She was an outsider from the start, and now she brings skeletons into our midst, telling us to fear Barthas, to fear the dragon. I say we feed her to the dragon, see what that does. The crowd goes with it, and...
Oh no! Don't feed us to the dragon!
If they start going with it, I like act like I'm gonna go like be captured by Mayor Donaldo, like I'm like, all right, you win. And then at the very last second, I take out my halberd and just try to slice her head off.
Ooh. Mayor Donalda is leading the people up to grab you guys, so you have an opportunity. It was single surprise attack on Mayor Trumpet.
So what advantage does that give me?
Is there any more chance for talking, or is that pretty much done?
You can say something right now before this happens as they're marching up the steps.
I yelled at them to stop, and then I run over, of course, and block them from coming any closer to Maribel. And, all right, my turn to speech. I turn to them and I say, why are you even doing this? This is somebody you've known for years and years. You know her not to cause you harm. And I have traveled with her for, how long have we been traveling? Like
months.
For a few months
now. And I would never trust anyone besides her with my life. She has done no harm to anybody, and she only speaks the truth. We would not be here if it wasn't for your protection.
She speaks against the dragon. All those that speak against the dragon must die. It is law.
Do you not know dragon's true nature has always been evil?
Red dragon.
What makes you trust this dragon?
Yes, the dragon and Barthas, they plot against you. Heed the words of me, I am a
What
cleric
would
of
make you
Tampers.
trust this dragon? What has he truly done for you?
You can see across the looks of a lot of people, there was a lot of concern and worry. Like, yeah, no fucking shit. But at the same time, there's this like looking around and someone in the back says, those who oppose the dragon, die to the dragon! And everyone else is kind of like, those who oppose the dragon, die to the dragon! They oppose!
Those who speak up back there, tell me, what has he done for you? I have not heard anything besides negativity towards somebody who has only helped your village before. What has this dragon done for you? He hides in that cave. How does he protect you?
Mayor Donaldo speaks up. Do not listen to this newcomer. She knows nothing of our plight. Go ahead and make a charisma check there, Trellis.
Okay.
Please don't feed us to the dragon.
It's a
weird.
sorry, D20 and
What's your charisma score?
Okay.
What about
Oh no!
Please don't feed us to the dragon, Neil.
No, that has no effect.
Can I continue talking and do another check?
No, Donalda speaks up and says, seize them! Arrest them! Take them into captivity and we will feed them to Brimstone Almighty today! And she steps forward to arrest you herself. Maribel, you get a +1 for high ground and a +1 for surprise. And here you go. Boom! The halberd comes down on Donalda Trumpet.
Yes!
Roll me some damage.
Vindication, finally!
Roll me some damage here.
Yes! Die, Donalda! D10 plus 2. Die.
Yay.
Oh, the halberd cuts right into the side of her neck, and she goes down with a, ah!
Justice shall be served!
There's a spurt of blood, and the people are on you. They grab at your arms, they grab at your legs. All four of you are swarmed, even you, Temriel. It seems they're...
I send Bird to the, I like, fly, Bird, fly, and I send him back to the church nest.
Bird takes off.
Can we be attacking as well?
If you would like to fight these people that are coming up to grab you, you may. Are you going to fight them with weapons or just like...
No, I just try to
punch them
convince
off?
them. I just keep trying to say, people, I am with you. I serve only you. I don't hurt them at all.
Yeah, I kind of
Same.
struggle with the bad dagger that I brought, but I just kind of drop it.
Okay.
Well,
And I also
struggle.
speak
I'm
out
like,
as well.
I surrender. I do not wish to fight. I am a poor old elf.
Okay. You can struggle, but there are like... I forget how many people are in this town, but like 100 people here. So they wildly outnumber you and will arrest you eventually, unless you try and actually hack your way to freedom. But it sounds like that's not the case. Why don't we take our second break here, and we'll come to our third chapter, the third section of our last episode of the third chapter, in a few minutes. See you guys on the other side of our break. Bye-bye.